Get back on closing. So I'm going to throw some things up on the board here, and we are going to keep rolling down the pathway here. So I'm going to just drop up, see what we can load up, and here we go. All right, we are good. So, all right. So who wants to role play?
I do.
Who wants to role play? You don't get to role play, Chris.
Yeah.
This is not your baby. You don't get to role play. You are not. You are not a rep, Chris. You are not a rep, Chris. Chris, you're not a rep, Chris. Well, Doyle rules. That's it. All right. Hi, Mike. Good morning.
Mike.
All right. So, anyways, hey guys. So let's roll through. Who do we got on here? Let me see. Who can I pick on? Mr. Terry. You look like a fun one to pick on. Let me see who else. Pierce, you want to roll through? You want to get good today?
Sure, why not?
All right, we're gonna use Mike Pearson here. So he's in here, we might as well basically do it because the reward of coming in. So here we go. Oh, Terry wants it.
Yeah.
You want Terry to have it? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so cool. So Terry, yeah, you get it, buddy. So unmute yourself, and we are gonna roll through, man. See what you got. Put the rubber to the road here, buddy.
So I just logged
we
in.
can hear you.
Okay, I just logged in. So we're doing the role playing the sheet here. I'm driving to the office right now.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well then, you know what? Let's let Mike do it while you're driving. I don't want you to get in an accident and kill yourself or anything. And God forsaken, I wouldn't want you to have any excuses why you didn't perfect it. So.
Yes. Don't get into an accident. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask Janet, she knows. So there we go. So Mike, back to you. Let's go back to you since you're sitting right here. Okay? So let's have at it. Let's see how far you can get through.
Hey, Dustin, take care.
Wait 1 second. Chris, I need that sound off thing. What is it? What it is, what it do?
What it is, what it do.
There it is.
Who is that?
I don't even know, but I like it. It just sticks in my head every morning. I'm like, I got to hear that today.
Well, Dustin, to take care of everything you called us out here for, not to mention what we found on the inspection, we hold the total value at only $33,459. Can you see with everything, all the challenges we need to take care of, how we hold that $33,459 a good value to carry your project?
Woo! It's a lot more than I thought, my man, but yeah, I guess you got to do a lot. But man, it's more than I thought.
Okay. Well, more of a project than thought too. So, we're not asking you to pay that. You called off the best promotion we've had thus far work for the company. This is actually in the iPad. It was, as long as IT leaves it in the iPad, this is actually from last month.
Mm-hmm.
I can apply it, so it's fair game. So take the 25% off, which takes off $8,365, bring down your total investment down to only $25,094.
Okay.
Or what more of our savvy customers do is take advantage of 12 months, no interest, no payments, or $497 a month for 60 months. Let me ask you, how does that $497 fit into the budget?
Start over one more time. Here's why I want you to start over real quick, right? When you roll into because this is about perfection. It's not about basically just getting through it, right? So when you take it, that was pretty damn good, by the way. But when you walk into when you start talking about the discount, when you start reading the discount down to it, but you can see the value one more time, right?
Okay.
It's just find that value one more time before you roll down, right? Okay. So you did really good about how you explained it. Then you went into the discount, right? Before I share this with you can't see the value, right? Okay. Yes. Okay, cool. And then roll back down. Okay. It's just one more little click that you make eye contact with them that you're verifying that.
And you're hearing it back from him again.
Yes. Yes. Make sense?
Yep.
All right, one more time.
All right, Dustin, to take care of everything you call us out here for, not to mention what we found on the inspection. We hold the total value at only $33,459.
Mm-hmm. Can
you see with everything we need to take care of to correct the issues and problems you're having, how we hold that $33,459 good value to carry your project?
Yeah. That seems like it seems just about where I thought, but little more than I was expecting for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely, well, it's definitely more than I was expecting for the project, so.
Yeah.
But you can see how we hold that 33,459 good value. Take care of the project.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, we're not asking you to pay that. And actually, I know you have this coupon here, but we had a promotion last month, it was the best promotion that I've had thus far working for the 5.5 years I have with the company, just due to COVID. As long as IT leaves an iPad, I can apply it. So hope you're not mad at me for that.
No.
Okay,
Go
it
ahead.
takes off a total of 25% off your project. Takes off $8,365, bringing down your total investment to only 25,094. Or what more private customers do is take advantage of 12 months, no interest, no payments, or 60 months at $497 a month. Let me ask you, how does that 4 month fit into the budget?
Oh, it's too much.
So too much. So if not 497, what were you thinking? Were you thinking 400, 475?
I think I might want to pay cash.
Okay. So it sounds to me when you do a project like this, you want to stroke a check and do the Rockefeller program.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you in a position where you could pay the 25,094 today?
No.
Okay. If not today, when? Are you thinking tomorrow, next week, next month?
Mm-hmm. Probably like 6 to 8 months from now.
Okay.
I was just trying to get an idea what it cost when it came from.
Okay. So 6 to 8 months, you're looking at bonuses, tax return, which
Probably all the above, man. That's it.
It's all good, right? All
Yeah,
comes in.
it's all good. Yeah.
So it sounds to me if I were here 6 to 8 months from now, there'd be no reason you wouldn't be moving forward with the project.
Probably not. No, that's it.
That it and nothing else?
Yeah, as long as freaking money's there, it makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. That 6 to 8 months, something happens, is that guaranteed that you're gonna get that within that 6 to 8 months? Is that kind of a variable that may?
Sometimes it can be a variable, but I'm pretty sure that I can make that happen.
Okay, you're confident with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I could show you something that would allow you to have that 6 to 8 month buffer, still allow you to have the same cash kind of deal, would you be open to it?
You can show them what you have.
Okay. I'm going to show you something. When we talked about the 12 months, no interest, no payments. Remember when I brought that up?
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound like something that interests you? You familiar with those kind of programs?
I got to pay them off in 12 months. All right.
Right.
If not, what happens?
And you have a balloon payment. So what I like to be upfront with my customers, like if you can't afford to pay this off twice in that 12 months, and just in case your car breaks down or a kid chips a tooth or something,
Mm-hmm.
you want to. I don't want to put you in a position where you now stuck with a balloon payment.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Well, yeah, I can't pay that off in 12 months. I'm not comfortable with that.
Okay. What if not 12 months? What would you be comfortable with?
Well, I don't know. I have to think about that. It's a lot of jack, dude. I wouldn't expect them that today. Hell, I walked in and you walked in, dude. I was expecting this thing to be like half of what it was, but it makes sense. I just wasn't prepared to make that kind of investment today.
Well, let me ask you, is it when you're thinking about paying cash, is it just because you don't want to finance anything or you just want to have it all paid off? What's the purpose behind the cash?
Just, I don't like bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people don't like just throw out all their dough out on a project that obviously, like you're saying, you weren't expecting. So if I had a program that would allow you to give you some significant time past that 12 months,
Mm-hmm.
give you a cushion for the unknown, is that something you'd be open to?
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, so how about this? I'm going to look and see if it makes sense first.
Mm-hmm.
But if I show you something you like, you do me a favor and you can just tell me yes. And if I show you something you don't like, you can just go ahead and tell me no, and we can part as friends.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you a program. I didn't initially bring it up in the beginning. Let me ask you, pretty good credit score?
All right.
All right, like mine, like 725, or is it all right, like in the eights?
No, probably sixes.
Sixes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this program I was gonna tell you about is you're looking at 750 and higher for this program. That's why I didn't initially bring it up. So let me ask you, 427, I know you wanna pay cash, and I know you have to get this project done. Are you comfortable with the 427 a month?
Nah, too much money.
Too much monthly? Okay,
Yeah.
so if not 427, what would be something to be comfortable for you? Would it be, yeah, 400, 375? What are you thinking?
Well, probably like 250.
250.
Yeah, I don't really want to make payments though, dude. And I don't like that interest. That's
You make payments on anything else that has interest?
my house.
It's something we all in interest. I mean, you know you have to get this project done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to figure out the best way within your budget to do that. So let me, I'm just watching, there's no way we can be able to do the 36 months if you have a 600 something credit score.
I said I don't want to pay interest. I didn't say I wouldn't pay
Right,
interest.
okay,
Okay, you have to listen to the words I'm telling you there.
okay.
I'm setting you up on purpose.
Yeah, I know, I did,
Because if it's easy, then it's not fun, right? So let's rewind real quick, right? What was the first mistake you made?
I don't know,
What's the first mistake you think you made?
not listening.
Well, anybody on here know what the first mistake he made was? You did pretty good, dude. I'm telling you right now, like compared to where you were a couple years ago, compared to right now. What was the one mistake you made in the very beginning? See if anybody caught it. Give you one more second to see if you're a star student or not. All right, here I'll tell you. So when I told you it's too much, you went right at the range. You didn't put me in a box. So instead of saying, "So Dustin, great," sounds like to me it's just more budget than you can do monthly. So it sounds like to me when you do this project, you're gonna open account and do it monthly, right? So you left yourself open. That's why I went to the cash route right away.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to flip it and make it super hard on you, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm moving all those things around because you didn't put me in a box.
Right.
I tried to let you put me in a box, but you didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I wiggled out.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
That's where you screwed
So it
up.
sounds like to me when you do a project every day, you're gonna take advantage.
You got to get in a habit right away to repeat back what they just said, right? And then put them in a box. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Does that make sense on why that's so important?
Yeah.
Because you get them stuck in there. Then it's not about whether they're paying cash or financing, because you had to think about how long that took you to get back to the same point again.
Yeah.
It took you 10 minutes to get back to the same point you could have gotten done in like a minute,
Right.
right? And then you left yourself open to have to dig out. And now you're finding all these different things that you're doing a good job of, but it just took a lot more effort than needed. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, do it again.
Okay. So Dustin, take care of everything you called us out here for, not to mention what you and I found on the inspection,
Yep.
which was significant. We hold the total value at only 33,459.
Mm.
Can you see how we hold a 33,459 a good value to take care of the project?
Good value? For you, maybe. Not for me. That's a lot of freaking money, man. I mean, yeah, I guess I could see. Oh, it's about double what I thought it was going to be.
That's what with construction. You can pretty much always just double what you think it's going to cost.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the rule of thumb of
Yeah,
construction.
heard
But you
that.
can see how we hold the 33,459 a good value.
Heard that crap before. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can see it.
I'm not asking you to pay it, okay? So you call off promotion here. We have one that's still left in the iPad. IT's left in the iPad, and it's fair game from last month, which was our big, huge COVID discount.
Mm-hmm.
the best I've seen thus far working for the company.
Mm.
It takes off a total 25%, takes off $8,365 off your project, taking the total investment down to only 25,094. Or what more of our savvy customers do is take advantage of our 12 months, no interest, no payments, or 60 months at $497 a month. Let me ask you, how does a $497 a month fit into the budget?
It doesn't.
Okay. If not, well, let me ask you, when you do a project like this, it sounds to me like you take advantage of a monthly, open up account and take advantage of a monthly payment.
So you need to smooth that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Smooth that.
Yeah,
So again,
because I had to think about it.
yeah. So that you paused and you stuttered, right? Which
Right.
lost confidence. So 25,094, or you can also tighten that up a little bit, right?
Okay.
Don't pause after the 20, like say or then pause.
You want to take them off that.
Yeah,
25,094.
25,094, or what more of our savvy customers do, open account at 12 months, no interest, no payment, or more popular, open account at 60 months at $497 a month. Mike, let me ask you, has that $497 a month fit in the budget? It's almost like,
Okay, it doesn't.
doesn't. Well, Mike, so it sounds like to me, when you do a project like this, you're going to open account and do it monthly. Is that correct? And I don't ask them, so would you open account and do a monthly? No. Sounds like to me, I assume it. Sounds like to me you're going to open account and do it monthly. Is that right? Now you got to tell me no. Then I can roll to the cash route if I need to. But right now, if they tell me, well, yeah, I would open account and do it monthly. Now what am I solving? Now I'm solving the monthly payment affordability, right? I'm not solving the basic cash ocean. Make sense? As smooth as you are, which is awesome. You're the first person that's really gotten through that I haven't just beat their ass, right? But you're doing good about rolling through it. And then now basically, now we're to that next section. So even though I let you go far because I wanted to see how you would do,
Right.
I just noted, I wanted you to know how hard you had to work because you didn't do what you needed to do in the beginning, right? That make sense?
Yeah.
All right, try one more time here.
Okay, so take care of everything you call us out here for, not to mention what we found on the inspection. We hold the total value of your project at only $33,459.
Mm.
Can you see how we hold the $33,459 at good value to take care of the project on your house?
Shit. It's probably, I was thinking it was like 20. That's, okay. Oof. That's a lot. A lot more than I thought.
It's definitely a lot more project than you thought. I know it was for me. What about for you?
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, you make a point, but man, dang.
Yeah, well, you did great. You thought it was going to be 20. I mean, that's in the construction world. You just double that. So we're actually under what your thought should have been and what reality is.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, make me sick to my stomach though.
Well, you can see even.
Can I leave and go throw up real quick? I'm just kidding. All right.
Even though it's making you sick to your stomach, you can see how we hold the $33,459 a good value to take care of the project.
I can see how you hold it a good value. Yeah.
Okay.
If it were good value for me, it'd be free. But I got it. I understand.
Okay. So, thank you. Well, you called off a promotion that you have here now, and thank you for sharing that with me and showing it to me. It's okay. I'm going to save you a little bit more. We had a promotion last month that as long as IT leaves it in the iPad, I can utilize it. It's fair game. It's the largest promotion we've had thus far, me working for the company. Takes off 25%, takes off a total of $8,365 off the project, taking your project down to only 25,094. Or what more of our savvy customers do is take advantage of 12 months, no interest, no payments, or 60 months at $497 a month. Let me ask you, how does that $497 a month fit into the budget?
Say my name. Let me ask you, Dustin. How does that $497 a month fit in the budget? Because what happens is it's a specific, and now you're making it personal.
Okay.
I'm just telling you because you did so good through there.
No,
I'm
I
gonna
can
give you an extra good thing, right? Because that's a good thing.
Okay.
Because that's a good thing. I could have left that alone, but because I felt like you did so good, I'm like that last little loving touch.
Yeah.
So Dustin, let me ask you, how's that $497 fit in the budget?
Yeah. So make sure what fit one in the budget.
Yeah. Because it's
Two
like,
guys sitting across from each other.
remember, you personalize this for them. So Dustin, how's that $497 a month fit in the budget? It doesn't. It's too much money.
Well, let me ask you, it sounds like to me when you do a project like this, you're gonna open up an account and
This is so important, dude.
Yeah, I know.
There's too much money, Mike,
Okay, so it sounds like to me, when you do a project, you're gonna open up account and pay monthly,
right?
right?
That right's very important.
Okay, so it sounds like to me, when you do a project like this, you're gonna open up account and pay monthly, right?
Yeah, I'm probably forced to with that, yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you, how much too much is that $497 a month, Dustin? Is it, 425, 400? What are you looking at?
Nope. We got to change. We got to change. I think it's psychology here, right? What do we got to change?
Oh, okay, 375, 350.
425, 450 is no different to me than
Did I
497.
say 450?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. So if not 497 a month, would it be 375, 350?
375, 400. So 3 back to 4. 3 back to 4 is what you do. So 375, 400. Because they're going to remember the first number you said you wanted to latch onto one, right? Because one's going to be higher than the other. I already knew 400 would. So if I said, what is that, about 375, 400?
Okay,
I didn't know
so
400's a
start low and go
no.
high.
I have no 400's a no. So I'm trying to get them to dig on the 3.
Okay,
I hear them 3, not 395, 375 to 400. Is that what it would take to run your business today?
okay. So if not 497 a month, what were you thinking? 375, 400?
You didn't ask me a question. You got to set a statement.
All right, if not 497 a month, well, I did. I said, what were you thinking? That's a question. What enters a question, right?
You didn't reclose me though.
Okay. If not 497 a month, what were you thinking? 375, 400? What works into the budget?
Well, 375 is better than 397.
497?
Or 497, whatever.
So let me ask you, if I could get to that 375, would that be enough to earn your business?
No. I need like 250.
You just told me 370.
I said it was more affordable.
Okay. What would be an affordable, just level with me, Dustin.
Yeah,
I want to be able to help you.
250.
Are you 250? You want me to leave it on the driveway? You gonna install it?
Oh, you're gonna leave it on the driveway? Yeah, no, I ain't doing it for that.
Okay, 250. That's harsh. I mean, that's your comfort zone. 250.
Fortunately, yeah, that's it.
Okay. So let me ask you. We can get to that 250. I'm not saying that I can. I can go ahead and earn your business today. I'm not promising anything, but that's it. Nothing else is just getting to that 250.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. That it. Nothing else.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay.
I can only afford what I can afford, my man.
Okay.
And so if you can't do it, I get it. I'll just have to put it off a little bit.
Yeah.
Been waiting this long.
Okay. Yeah, what are you doing there?
What's that?
Okay, and where's the $1,000 deposit? Yeah, well, where's the $1,000 deposit in 10 years? So I know I can get to pretty, 265 somewhere in there is what that's going to be. 250. Okay. Well, Dustin, remember I shared with you the COVID savings discount?
Yeah.
So also, let me ask you, when you set aside to do the project like this, how much did you set aside to put down on it?
I was thinking probably around 20, but I didn't set that much aside. So I can give you a couple $1,000 probably.
Okay. Well, just so you know, state of California, just so you know, for this project and any future projects, state law is that any contractor that comes to your house on the initial day can only take $1,000 or 10%, whichever is less.
Mm-hmm.
So never let a contractor come and try to take, I couldn't even take that legally from you. What I could today is take $1,000. You comfortable with the $1,000 deposit?
Yeah, I think I could do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna put that in here. And then again, the COVID savings discount. So it sounds like to me, just getting that 250, that's it. So I'm gonna apply that for you, that savings for today. And so with that savings and your $1,000 deposit, it brings down, sweet.
Oh, you don't explain this one first?
That's one thing that I was missing on Monday that I haven't applied. Okay. Put it back, put it back. Okay, I'm gonna show you something that I know is a no, but I always want to do my due diligence and at least, show it to you, okay?
Permission to buy. Give me the permission to buy. So before you get around this thing and you tell me I'm gonna say no, take the permission to buy. What's permission to buy? You kind of said it, but you need to repeat it back to me.
So, sounds like to me, just getting that 250 is the only thing keeping us from moving forward on the project.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. Remember I shared with you that the COVID savings discount, I've applied your $1,000 deposit.
Okay.
So with that, it takes it, your total
Hold on,
payment
wait,
down.
wait, wait. So before I turn this around,
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you one more question, right? So if I show you something that fits in the budget, Mike, I say, Mike, if I show you something that fits in the budget, Mike, that you can afford, you can tell me yes, right? And if I also show you something that doesn't fit, you can tell me no as well, right? That's all I'm asking for, yes or no, we agree, right?
Right, so you're funneling me down to yes or no, leaving the house.
I'm not basically giving you an option to say anything but yes or no before I show this to you, right? My back's to my last customer's last stand, dude. My back's to the wall.
Yeah.
I'm coming out swinging, and I'm already going to give you permission to tell me one no before I get my yes from you,
Yeah.
right? So, Mike, when I turn around, I'm going to give you something. I already know it's a no, but I need to explain it to you before I get the thing that I can help you with the yes.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And then boom. Because if you just flip and you go right to 120 months, then you create an objection that you didn't explain, right?
Yeah, because they're like, oh, I don't want to go 10 years.
Exactly right. Now you got to sell on 10 years.
Yeah.
Why is 10 years such a benefit? And why am I doing you a favor for giving you 10 years?
Because it gives you flexibility to pay with the exact same interest rate.
Okay. So great. So now sell me on.
Okay. So Dustin,
Permission to say yes and then roll into it.
Okay, so Dustin, before I turn this around, before I show you, give me a word. You can either give me a yes and show you something you like, and if not, you give me a no.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Fair.
Okay. So with your $1,000 deposit and your cost, your COVID savings of $2,510 off, takes off $10,875 off the project, bring it down to only now $21,584, and your payment down to only $427 a month, 60 months. Okay. How does that? I know you wanted to get to that 250. I know that 427 doesn't fit into the budget. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 427 doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's price looking a lot better.
Yeah, like
But
I said.
but the basically monthly, that's just too much. That's too much money at the end of the month.
Yeah, that's. I knew it was going to be a no. I just want to show you. So what I do.
That's
want
cool.
to
Dude. I mean,
explain
you
to
did a great job today.
Well, like I said, I was going to get a no from you at the beginning of this. Now I'm going to show you something. What we can do is change the terms. Okay, extend out the terms to get to the payment you like. But one of the benefits to doing that is that, let me show you here. The interest rate is not changed. So it gives you that flexibility. I've gotten you down to that $250 a month. That'll fit the budget, won't it?
Yeah, but it's 10 years.
Still up at that 699, which is one of the great things is our buying power. We do almost $200 million a year. The banks fight for us. So we've doubled the terms, which would typically increase the interest rate. Here we have the same interest rate, and on months that you want to pay off sooner, you have a little bit extra in the kitty, you can go ahead and throw it on. There's no prepayment penalty. That'll work for you, won't it?
Pretty good. Now, let me give you a step up on that, right? Because I think the way you explain it here is like
It was choppy.
you need to you're to this point. I'm gonna give you a round right there, dude, because the first person's gotten to this point so far, right? So congratulations. Now, this part of it's super important, right? So Mike, if I turn around, I show you something that's, that basically you like, you can tell me yes, right? And I also show you something you don't like, you can tell me no.
Yeah.
So we agree it's a yes or no, no maybe.
You can agree it's yes or no.
Okay, perfect. So before I flip this around to you, man, I want to share something with you, right? And I know the first one I'm going to show you is a no, but I'm going to show you what we can do for you to help you with the yes. That make sense? Okay. So congratulations, Mike. Dude, remember the COVID savings program, we wouldn't applied that for you. And we also put your $1,000 deposit down there. That's going to save you an additional $2,510 off the project. Take a total savings of $10,875, which is at 21,584, which is real close to the 20 number you had wanted in the first time anyways. So we're right there. That's gonna basically by opening that account at 60 months, going to be that $427 a month, right? Now, I know that probably outside the budget, including with the $1,000 deposit, right? That's more than you expected to spend.
Yeah, that's payment.
Yeah. So great. Let me explain something to you. See, I cut you off. So okay, let me explain something to you, right? At Dreamstar Remodeling, we have hundreds of representatives, working 7 days a week. So I shared with you earlier, right? So banks actually beg to loan us money. And let me show you why this is a big benefit for you, right? Because where banks beg to loan us money, most time if you go in, I got a customer that's from Wells Fargo. Matter of fact, she works corporate headquarters of Wells Fargo. So she goes into her own bank. I asked her what she could get a signature loan for. She told me it was 9 to 13%. That's with her good credit. I said, but it sounds like you got pretty good credit, right? She goes, yeah, over 700. I said, okay. So are you happy with that? Well, you should be, because that's a pretty good interest rate. I said, great. So sounds like to me on a signature loan, which means there's no collateral hawk on the house, that what happens if the term goes out? She says the rate goes up. I said, wow, okay. So it goes up to what? Well, it could be a couple points. I said, wow. I said, okay. So what I thought of real quick is I thought of this program, like, man, this is such a big benefit. So I turned around, I shared with this program. I said, that 6.99 for unsecured notes, a really good note, right? So again, one of the beautiful things about us, since people beg to loan us money and we give them hundreds of millions of dollars a year, then basically one of the things they do for us that you can't find is they go ahead and extend the term without raising the rate, Mike. And the beautiful thing about that is it's going to take your minimum down to 250. But the beautiful thing is if I pay that off, if I pay exactly 427 for 60 months, how long is it going to take me to pay that off?
You're going to pay off in 60 months.
60 months, right? So if you told me that you can afford 300, right, and you pay that over the 250, then of course it's not going to take you 120 months to pay that off, right? But if you run into it, just like you said it a minute ago, if there's ever too many bills at the end of the money and you needed to make a lower payment one month, then you got a $250 cushion if there is a tough month right there, right? I'm not saying you got tough months, but it happens to the best of us, right? Where sometimes emergencies or things happen. So that gives you the benefit to fall back as a safety net, almost like an insurance policy. And now you basically pay more when you can. And if the minimum you got to pay is that. And you seem like that person's going to pay it off early anyways, right? So it sounds like to me, I could probably help you with that $250 a month, right? That's right where you needed to be. So can I welcome you to Dreamstar Remodeling?
Boom. I'll have to work on that. I want that recording.
But the purpose is on that. You see the difference in the
Yeah.
delivery? I'm setting you up to get the yes. I want you to tell me no here, because then I'm going to share you how it's ignorant not to take care of the yes, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just giving you more time at the same interest rate. So I have to say that. So at 6.99, if I paid 427 a month, how many months would it take me to pay that off?
60 months.
So again, if I'm able to make 300 a month, obviously it's not going to take me 120 months to pay that off, right? So I'm explaining to them how the program works, right? But if you did have one of those months where there's, too many bills at the end of the money, right? Then basically what happens is literally you only have to make that 250 a month. And that's a beautiful thing, right? No, you have a safety net in case something happens. And plus you said that's right where you want to be anyways. So as long as that makes sense, I can welcome you to Dreamstar Remodeling, right? That's going to work for you. That's that transition. Everything else up to that point, dude, solid gold, man. Did a great job. So that last little transition piece, because the whole purpose is here, open account and say it monthly. So what's your takeaway?
Well, one thing, quicken up a little bit and get off that 25.94.
Okay.
And get to the payment. You can forget about that number. And then smoothing it up, introducing your name into it, make it personal.
Mm-hmm.
And then explain the finance, which I want the recording so I can put that in.
Yeah. So again, that's And when you said, 475 or 497,
Yeah, I
So-
want to start low, go to the high.
so you want to change the common denominator, the 4 to a 3, right?
Right.
And then I can go back up to 4. So what's going to work for you? What, 375, 400? Is that what it takes to turn your business today?
Yeah.
I ask a pointed question. Each time I show something or offer something, I ask for the business again. Make sense?
Yeah.
Each time I show a new offer, I ask for the business again. Just because you pre-close once doesn't mean you have to stop closing. That makes sense? So every time I ask for a new offer, I have to ask for the business again. If I don't do that, I'm not going to give, I'm giving to get, right? So I'm going to ask you if I can get down to that 375 to 400. Is that what's going to take to run your business today? Which works better in your budget? Probably 375. Oof. Want that installed, right? I didn't think you'd go there on me, but you did. Right? You don't want me to leave it I love that. You don't want me to leave it in a pile on the driveway right there for you to install yourself? Okay, I'm just kidding. But sounds like to me if I can get to that sport, well, no, really I need like 250. Buddy, you're killing me. All right, so whoa, I got to eat too, my man. I said, I doubt I'm going to get there, but if I could, sounds like to me that's what it takes to run your business. Is that right? Oh, man. Woo, I got it. Okay. Making me work today, aren't you? Man, I never got to work this hard. This is crazy, Mike. You got a bunch of friends, right?
Nobody likes me.
I can tell. I'm just kidding. Then I'm gonna flip it back at me again, right? Now I've got a point where I've got him, where he's engaged, and now I just got to try to work something out. So if I work out what I need to work out, now I'm sitting here looking at boom. So if I'm doing if I'm flipping to this side, this is just the payment one, dude. This isn't even no interest or cash, right?
That one gets more difficult.
This one right this one's crazy, right? The no interest one. I'll rip through that one real quick. So we're getting ready to roll. We got 3 minutes. So I'll show you how fast I can get through it, right? So again, it's a no interest one, but since we're recording it, and I'd love you to take this with you so you can listen to it. So again, Mike, hey, let me ask you, when you open an account it sounds like to me when you open an account, do a monthly, right? That's correct?
Correct.
Yeah, you see, I box you there. I don't let you out. I don't give you an option.
Right.
So it sounds like to me you do this project, you open an account, do a monthly, right? So let me ask you, is that $497 a month doesn't fit the budget? Well, would it be $375, $400? Well, Dustin, I don't want to pay interest. Okay, great. Then $497 up to what? 550, 600. What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, you said no interest, right? So obviously, you got to come to play, right?
Right.
So it sounds like to me, basically, if you want no interest, sounds like to me you're in a position where you can pay cash for a project like this, or is this something that you still want to open an account and do a monthly?
No interest.
Okay, cool. So basically, it sounds like to me you depend on opening an account and do a monthly, right?
No, I just don't want the interest.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, based on the monthly, what could you afford to do a month, man? Because right now, how we look at it, if I take the monthly, and we're trying to figure this out, so here we go. So that's going to be at 25,094 divided by 12. You did this. That's 2,091 a month. Could you afford that? No. Okay. Well, what were you thinking more? I mean, obviously, you can't pay that off in 12 months. I mean, were you thinking like, what, 18 maybe? If you could do like 18 months?
I just don't know. I just didn't think the project was gonna be, $25,000. So I really didn't.
I'm trying to work with you. I mean, you got like a G a month you can put down? What are you thinking?
I was gonna put down a couple grand.
You can put down a couple grand? Okay. Well, what do you think you can afford monthly though? That's the most important thing here. Because obviously you realize at the end of 18 months, we want to make sure you can pay that off, but I don't want to put you in a position to fail.
Maybe $700.
Would that be affordable?
Yeah, without interest, that made me happy.
Okay, so if I could get to 700 a month or right around that, that's what it take to run your business today? I don't have anything. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
That's okay. I kind of screwed myself on this one, Mike. Wow. All right. you ever see those car dealership ads, man, where they talk about basically, 0% interest or rebate? I kind of screwed up and gave you the rebate already. I didn't realize that no interest is important to you, so I screwed myself. I know why people don't like you now. You're like a master negotiator, right? Jesus.
Working on it.
Okay. So it's 25,094. If I can get down to that 697 a month and you don't pay interest, is that what it takes to earn your business? Is that it? Nothing else?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to flip something around at you, and it's not going to look much different, but I'm going to entice you a little bit and see what I can do here because, I'm going to show you either or. I'm going to explain it to you, but I'm going to show you either or, okay? Because this, I shouldn't have given you the discount and give you this together, but I'm going to throw it at you. I might get in trouble. I might come back with my tail between my legs and apologize and see if you'll give me more money. You're going to tell me to stick it where the sun doesn't shine. I already know that's going to be the conversation because I screwed up, okay? But I'm willing to be a man and admit when I screwed up. And because you're like a man and you told me you would give me a yes or no answer, so I appreciate that, okay? So let me see what I can do. And buddy, all right. So I want to entice you with something that I think is there. Now, there's a program we have that was up to 120 months, any penalty for early payoff. And the beautiful thing is Dream Star Money, people beg to loan us money, man. They give us anything that we try to ask for based on it within reason. So, I mean, I can literally give you a further discount if we go ahead and stick with basically the 25,094 and I don't have to give you the zero interest, right? Okay. And if that entices you, I'll throw one at you. Okay? But this one hurts me. I got to go home and look at cash. Remember I was talking about cash in Brooklyn and Ace? I got to go home and look at my kids tonight and tell them they can't eat. But I screwed up. Man of my word, right? You said if I get to 700, we can earn your business today with 0%?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, exactly. Whoops.
That's a picture of you in the shower.
You didn't like the picture of me in the shower? So exactly right here, we're offering a 36 month 0% interest rate, right? That's going to get you down to that 697 a month. With that, Mike, you said it. Now, welcome to Dream Star Modeling.
Oh.
Boom. That's how you go at the 0%. Set it up and I make it enticed, right? I make it feel like I got defeated and you kicked my face in. Dude, I shouldn't have given that to you. Oh, such an idiot. I can't believe I gave you the rebate. Now, you ever watch those car commercials, right? It's 0% or the rebate. I give you the freaking rebate. And now I need this to help you. Man. See the difference? And then if it's cash, so John and Mary, hey, 33,459, or what a lot of our savvy customers do, or basically say 25,094, or what a lot of our savvy customers do, open account at 12 months, no interest, no payment. More popular, open account at 291 a month. Let me ask you a question. How's that 291 fit in the budget? Well, it doesn't. Okay, wow. So it sounds like to me then you want to open account and do a month. They know we're going to pay cash. Okay. So it sounds like to me, let me ask you this. Are you in a position when you do this project, you want to open account or you actually want to stroke a check for it, right? You didn't want to open account and pay monthly? So again, are you in a position where you can pay for the 25,094 today? Well, yeah, we are. Okay, great. So then we can roll into that name, right? So if it's 25,094 you can pay today, then how would you like to do that? Would you like to stroke a check? Generally, we do 10%. We do 10% down, 40% upon arrival, 40% upon basically, or 40% upon basically arrival of our measure technician to get all those final measurements. Another 40% upon basically showing up the product, and the last 10% after completion of the project. So does that work for you? Can we go ahead and get you started? What kind of welcome to Dream Star Modeling? No, I want it better. Ooh. Okay, what do you mean better? Well, I want a better discount if I'm paying cash. Well, okay. Well, it sounds like to me, are you in a position where you can pay cash today? You can get started today if I'm able to give you a better discount. If that's it, nothing else. So are you thinking more like 23, 24? I mean, I don't have that much to give, brother. Well, if you can get to 23. Okay, so it sounds like if I can get to 23, is that it, nothing else? Yes. Okay, remember earlier, I showed our COVID savings program, right? Then you roll into that mess. But again, we have to get them in a position because they tell you that they're not in a position where they can pay cash today for the 25,094. Then we got to figure out it's a couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months, maybe a year. When do you think you could pay cash for it, right? So we got to figure out that time frame because we're selling a solution or we're selling time. So tomorrow we're going to go over the 0% more, and we're also going to go over cash the very next day, right? Or we'll go over cash on Monday, how to sell a cash project. But I don't want you in your brain getting so good at selling cash you forget the financing. As you saw the way that Michael did it today, we talked about the nuances and basically where he had the small hiccups and then he kind of rolled through it. The biggest deal is making sure that we know how to navigate without introducing more objections in. So with that, let's have an awesome day, guys. Appreciate you. Let me go around the horn here real quick, right? Jessica, what's a takeaway today? And Mike did a pretty good job. What's a takeaway today?
Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. Gosh, not introducing objections. Listen and pause. And for me, think about the next step before offering solutions that just make the situation that introduce more confusion. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Janet, what'd you get today?
Hey, I'm driving, but let me see. Okay, well, the biggest thing for me and where I struggle is honestly the order of things, just the simple order of things, and I agree with Jessica, really thinking about the next step before I move forward, because I gotta slow the F down when I do this thing, because what happens for me is I'm running through it too fast and then I'm missing steps and I'm not going through in the correct order. I have a lot of practice to do. So I hope you're posting this one, because this is the best one yet for sure.
Absolutely. Appreciate you. Hey, Charlie, I see you on here, my man. What'd you take today?
Is that it? Nothing else? Box them in. That's always been my thing. I get so excited when I get a buy, like they're going to buy, that I don't always get, box them in and isolate them. And then we'll go through, and then they're like, yeah, well, I wanted this or that. It's so key to box them in. And that's what I always have to remember, always. That's always been my big thing. So.
Okay. Yeah, I see you on here, right? So obviously you went through it yesterday. What did you pick up today?
Are you talking to me?
Right. Is this Robbie?
No, but I'm here now.
There you go, big dog. What was your takeaway today? You did it yesterday.
You know what? I was broad over everything. I love what I wanted to focus on was once we start going down the cash road, how you were handling that. And I love how you did the same thing with cash that you did with payment. You took the leftmost digit and you said, if I can take this down to 23, 24, we know that he's going to reach for the 23, and you do that. It's the same thing that you taught for payment, but it's working the same way, and we're just doing it down this other road. So just laid a little bit more certainty when we get derailed off payment. We're on cash. Maybe it feels like unfamiliar territory, but here it goes, the same formula.
There you go. Absolutely. Dave, what'd you get?
B-Man, way to B-Man. What's going on?
How you doing, brother?
Pretty good. Hey, I got a couple things. First of all, it's a good job, Mike. Then I was thinking about just what you were talking about, tonality, pacing. Keep it simple. Make it conversational. Thank you.
Damian.
Good job, Mike. I liked keeping my steps in order, but I like what you did with the financing, when you get the objection for the 10-year and kind of bringing it back in. I think I've come across that. But one of the things I did really like is what you said is that personal touch. So, looking them in the eye and say, Dustin, it's only, or whatever it is, adding your name at that point, just kind of put some human element in it, I think is going to help me a lot.
Yeah, very nice, man. Terry, what'd you get back there, my man?
Right towards the end, I think what's most powerful is never stop closing and give after I give. closing question.
Yeah.
I'm in the box. I'm skipping.
Glad you picked that up. I'm sure lots of people are and don't realize it. Yeah, lots of people don't realize that every time you give a new offer, you re-ask for the business. Every time you give a new offer, you re-ask for the business. You saw Mike mistake in the very beginning. It didn't put me in a box. It sounds like to me when you do this project, open account and do it monthly, right? He didn't set me in there, which allowed me to go running off to the cash route. And as I ran the cash route, then I ran back to the no interest route. Then I ran back to the payment route and ran back to the cash route again. He had to chase me around rather than putting me in a box. So it took him twice as long to get to where he needed to go compared to basically setting where he needed to be. So again, don't do that. And after I do it, you're asking for the business. If I can get to 375, 400, sounds like we could start your project today, right? Well, no, I need to be at 250. Woohoo! You want that installed, right? Are you kidding? 250. I know why you see people don't like you, right? Joking around. Hear this, you listen to the recording, realize there was some major, it didn't sound much because Mike was smooth, but he missed some very key things that would make his job twice as hard in the close when he didn't need to go there. So think about those things, right? If you don't isolate the objection real quick, right? So it sounds like me, how's that 291 month in the budget? Well, they say, it doesn't. And then you walk into it, so what does? 275, 300? No, I think I want to pay cash. Well, listen, you just open it up for him to say that. So it sounds like to me, Mike, when you do a project like this, you want to open an account and do it monthly, right? That's a point blank question. It's not. I didn't ask him if he's going to pay cash. I asked him if he's going to open an account and do it monthly. He has to tell me yes or no. So at that point, then I know where to navigate from if he starts to change direction on me. But if you say it quick right after he says it, that's just not that's much money. Oh, it sounds like to me when you do then you're going to open an account and do it monthly, right? Don't get off your game. Don't change your tonality. Boom, it's right there. That's your quick go-to. Then we roll from there. So it sounds like to me then it's just too much payment. So if that $497 isn't affordable, then what is? Are we talking 375, 400? Remember we changed the 4 to a 3 because that's enticing. Back up to a 4 because we know that's a no, right? So is that 375 to 400? What are you thinking? Not 400. 375 is more like it. Okay. So let me ask if I was able to get 375 today. Can we get your project started? Is that it? Nothing else? No, I need to be at 250. And then you joke around making it hurt, right? So you got to get into that little rhythm where you get so used to this just porcupining and running down your situation that you don't got to screw with it. Because if not, you're going to open yourself up to an ocean worth of objections, right? If I stare from one side of the ocean to the other, am I going to see the end? Hell no. They're going to keep introducing, throwing all kinds of things you've never seen at you to make every reason why their lie report's better than your excuse to buy. And don't introduce the lie reports when you don't need to. That's the message of what we're trying to accomplish over the next 8 weeks is making sure that we've got this thing so we can't get it wrong. All right, so every day you're going to see somebody coming in here I'm going to role play with, and if you're too scared to role play because you're scared I'm going to make you look goofy, it's not about goofy. I'm not mean. I just expect you to be perfect. And the better you do, the better stuff I give you, right? So far, we haven't heard say, hey, Mike, say, Dustin, how does that $497 month in the budget? That's another touch. Once you keep getting better, then we'll start throwing some of those little NLP things in there that you don't even realize what you're doing, but you put them on alert. And then they self-sensitive, and it takes ownership when I say their name before I say the number. Terry, man, how's that $497 fit in the budget, buddy? It's hard to tell me no. You wanted to tell me yes, right? Because I just said your name before I said it. Compared to, how's that $497 month in the budget? It's just, what I'm teaching you in the very beginning is a level of complexity to start adding things in that, right? So after you master it, then we start adding more layers into there. But till we master the normal, I can't add layers of difficulty in there. So think about that. Even though that's just their name, it's a nice touch, right? How do you make them take ownership for that? Ring the bell, absolutely. All right, guys, that's it. That is it. That is it. See you on the board, San Diego, Southern California, Western Arizona. We're here. All right, guys.
Nobody!
Team. Nobody. Who dey?
Nobody!
Yeah. All right. Have a good day, guys.
Yes, amigos.
Appreciate you.
serious look over there with those glasses.
That's right, boy.
Yeah, get used to that, Professor.
Yeah.